We back with another video, man. Another video. Right now, yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all know, bro. This is about this nigga AllStar JR, bro. This nigga. Do the Ben 10. Do the Ben 10. That's crazy. I ain't even laughing at bro. But what I'm gonna say is the situation is crazy. If you was put in that situation, what you gonna do? Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, nigga, they fucked up. They gotta admit they wrongs, bro. But the nigga JR though, he just got picked up, bro. Yeah. Feds grabbed him and everybody talking about it, bro. So we finna see what the fuck what's going on, bro. Cause I seen little snippets. I don't really know too much though. Okay, it's not making no sense to me. I'm gonna keep it a band.
In this AllStar JR situation. If you didn't know the story, you probably already do at this point, but you know, there was a big altercation between a bunch of guys in Houston.
This weird ass nigga nails painted like blue. My bad. That's
So we've got an insane development in this AllStar JR
they
situation.
painted.
If you
This
didn't know
nigga
the
weird.
story, you probably already do at this point, but
Police ass
you
nigga.
know, there was a big
Told y'all
altercation between
last
a
time.
bunch of guys in Houston, guys from the NBA crew, which is Youngboy's crew. OG3's birthday party was going down. He was there with Ben 10, a known shooter from Youngboy's camp. Apparently, Jay Prince Jr., Houston legend, tied in with the mob ties, a very serious, you know, kingpin family figure from Houston. It all ends up popping off with a Detroit rapper called AllStar JR. Apparently, there's baby mama drama between AllStar JR and Jay Prince Jr. They're trying to jump JR for his chain, Ben 10 and them, and then the tables end up turning. AllStar JR, he managed to grab the gun in the tussle somehow and open fire at Ben 10. Well, now it's come out that AllStar JR has been arrested, and apparently he shot Ben 10 while he was on the ground. Now, there was rumors that he stood over him, but it sounds like it might be the case that he actually neutralized the threat, walked away, and then walked back to try and execute Ben 10, and he would actually be dead if AllStar JR didn't run out of bullets. It's very crazy, and I've got all the paperwork and everything. I'm going to break it all down to you. There's even pictures of AllStar JR in what looks to be an attempted murder scenario, but let's find out. So this is the full article from the Detroit News. I'm going to break this down to you article by article. All right, I'm going to tell you the whole timeline. But this was the local reveal that AllStar JR had actually been arrested. It says Detroit rapper AllStar JR charged after Houston restaurant shooting. And there he is. They got surveillance images. We haven't got footage, but we've got stills from the surveillance footage.
Wait. Yeah, of course, bro. What, like, y'all thought he wasn't? Was he not supposed to leave?
That the feds apparently have. So it says a Detroit rapper accused of opening fire in a Houston restaurant is now facing federal gun charges after investigators say the incident was caught on surveillance video and followed by taunting social media posts. So all of that posting and dissing might.
I was just gonna say why, cause he is a felon. Obviously, it say right here though, known as AllStar JR is charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look, I'm a felon. I done got caught with firearms, bro. Texas, multiple little places, right? Uh, my bad, y'all. Oh wow. But bro, you get caught certain places, even though you're a felon, the state they won't even they'll drop it as long as the gun ain't stolen and shit.
Not work out too good for our guy AllStar JR in the end. It says, according to a criminal complaint, Jeremy Christopher Ford, also known as AllStar JR, is charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. So he's not been charged with attempted murder, all right? And it says felon in possession of a firearm, but if he wrestled the firearm.
Hold on, guy. Uh, we back.
from someone else and they've not hit him with attempted murder charges, he might beat that. But it says investigators say the shooting happened around 11:23 p.m. on April the 8th, 2026 at a restaurant on Kirby Drive in Houston. When officers arrived, they found one person inside suffering a gunshot wound to the neck and another in the parking garage with multiple gunshot wounds to the hand and leg. Both were taken to the hospital.
Hey, y'all want to know something was crazy though? Nah, for real, for real. Y'all want to know something was crazy? Houston, they so fucked up, bro, and they like Florida for real, for real. They so fucked up, bro. Uh, you liable to, let's say it like this, right? Some motherfuckers run up on you and they try to rob you and shit, and you blow that shit back. They're not taking you to jail. Houston Police Department, they're not gonna take you to jail. Now, the feds, why they probably picked this up? Because he's a rapper. He been popping his shit. He rapping about it, all type of crazy ass shit. The feds, they listen, they watch. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you feel me? Even if he did pick the gun up, bro, and that's Bootsy.
Police say
That's Bootsy, bro. Because I ain't have a gun. I ain't telling, but they had a gun though. You know what I'm saying? I picked they shit up. Y'all see it all on camera.
trail of blood led from the dining area to the elevator and into the garage, and at the scene, officers recovered a Glock 43X handgun, a magazine, a holster, and multiple spent shell casings and bullet fragments. According to investigators, surveillance video shows Ford inside the restaurant before a group approached him, leading to a confrontation, and during the altercation, authorities say several people appeared to grab his necklace and a watch, escalating the situation, okay? It sounds like they got the necklace, but not the watch, because he said you could have got that Prezi, but you didn't. But he did say that Ben 10 took the jewelry to the hospital with him. Anyway, it says at some point a handgun fell to the floor during the fight. Investigators say that Ford picked it up and began firing as people ran. One man collapsed after being shot while others fled towards the elevator, and authorities say Ford continued firing, including additional shots in the direction of another person who was running away. The complaint then alleges that Ford returned to the injured man and fired additional rounds at close range while he was lying on the floor. Investigators say he later pointed the gun again but appeared to be out of ammunition, and we're going to see an image of that. It says the court documents also allege he struck the man with the handgun and spit on him before leaving. So they're saying he pistol whipped
That nigga spit on that nigga, bro.
him.
And he pistol whipped him.
Could be assault with a deadly weapon. Sounds like attempted murder if he actually tried to shoot him on the ground for the last time and kill him, and the gun was out of ammunition. It says authorities say a third person believed to be a bystander was also shot, but suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Now, we've not heard anything about this third person who was shot, and that does change
Bro, they got that nigga standing over him. That's crazy.
things. Does make you think, maybe it wasn't too self-defense after all, and innocent people are getting hurt. It says hospital officials told investigators that one of the injured victims had his finger amputated due to the gunshot wound and suffered severe leg injuries. So that is dead end Ron. And as we saw in the hospital, it appeared to show from his wound, from his bandage that he showed off his hand, that he was actually looked like he was missing his index finger. And said another victim, as of April 15th, did not have feeling in his legs. So that supports the theory that Ben 10 was actually paralyzed, and we haven't seen an image of Ben 10 standing up. But what we can see here, obviously the body is blurred and he is still alive, but this appears to show AllStar JR shooting at Ben while he was on the ground. This is a pretty vicious attack, all right?
Look at that shit, bro. That's his head, bro. I don't know how. I don't know, bro. I know a lot was going on in the moment. You never say what you'll do because you ain't put in that situation. But you would think he's so angry. He spit on him, hit him with the gun, hella shit. You would think he hit him in the head. He didn't.
I
That's
think maybe he could
kind of
argue that
crazy
maybe he
to
thought
me.
Ben had a gun. Maybe he didn't realize that that was Ben's gun. Maybe it wasn't Ben's gun. Maybe he thought his life was still in danger. But the way that that person's laying, I don't know if I'm believing that. It says investigators say Ford fled the scene in a white Cadillac Escalade before officers arrived. The affidavit also states that after the shooting, Ford
My bad, guy.
allegedly posted multiple videos on social media appearing to taunt those involved. Investigators say he later released a music video referencing the shooting, including lyrics about the incident and what authorities describe as a reenactment. Officials say Ford has a prior felony conviction in Michigan, which makes it illegal for him to possess a firearm. He was arrested as the charges are pending.
Y'all want to know something was crazy? The feds had to
So
pick him up.
news of his
Because
arrest is
other than
spreading all
that,
over
bro, I'm
Reddit,
telling you,
of
Houston wasn't going to
course.
pick that
And
nigga up,
this is the
bro.
update. People in Chiraq are just saying free JR.
That's self
Right? It says
defense.
self
It
defense, but they're
wasn't even
doing this
his
because bro's
gun.
making a mockery of the situation. It says, I mean, if you
Facts.
shoot someone in self defense, you're supposed to call the police, not get on the net and troll. So people saying Gucci.
That's true too. Look, I had to scratch my little chinny chin right there. Because if you shoot somebody in self defense, they do want you to call, and you feel me? Even if he didn't call because other people called, he could have just stayed there. And you know what I'm saying? You fleed, you went to a whole another state, left, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knew about this. So we have to take you to jail for something. Even the feds like, okay, we're not gonna charge you for murder. We're not gonna charge you for attempted murder. But you gotta get charged for this
Humane
gun though.
buried Pookie Loke at
Federally.
an elementary school right by his house and still got away with self defense. Now, I don't know if it was the burying. Okay, I don't think the burying is true. I think maybe the guy ran into the woods near the crib and was found. But anyway, that's a story for another video, which we've already covered. People saying it's federal. Damn. Out of state warrant. Okay, they're saying it could be FBI charges. They're saying he could claim self defense, especially in Texas. A known crash out serial killer coming for you needs to be handled immediately. He has more of a claim than Lil Tim did. That's what they're saying, right? So some people, they're saying Jay Prince, the police. I ain't seen no proof of that really. But people saying free the innocent, right? Feds charged Detroit rapper AllStar JR after Houston restaurant shooting, and social media posts. And everyone's posting that image saying bro is not getting off on self-defense. How the F is Ben even alive? But it says felon charged with possession, nothing about shooting. It says felon in possession, so I'm boxed in. Saying he getting wild with that bitch. Damn, did he really stand over dog? No cap in his stuff. But they're saying, how did he not kill him? He ran out of bullets. It says feds tainted their own claim in the complaint, said he took the gun from them, yet they charged as Ford follows outside the frame towards the elevator. So he gets up, starts shooting, starts blasting, and is running, I guess, towards the elevator here. And then it says Ford continues to where
All
John
right,
Doe
so
1 is lying motionless on his.
basically, bro, they 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 got all this evidence and all this footage and shit on bro, but they not charging my nigga with no murder. They can't charge him with attempted murder. I mean, a motherfucker would be like, oh, they could do this, they could do that. In reality, they can't. I'm gonna tell you why right now, right? He didn't bring that gun in there. So in a way, it still is self defense. Any lawyer's gonna get him. He got chicken. He can pay that off. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna be able to walk that out. You feel me? For that gun, the fact that technically he was in possession of the firearm, I don't know how that will play out. You get what I'm saying? But because the feds, man, they tricky, bro. So it's different protocols and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I did want to kind of tune in on this. I don't want to make it too long or nothing too crazy.
Back and
Um,
fires. It doesn't make it clear if he ran backwards, but based on how that carpet here looks, it looks.
And
You
me
hearing that?
talking
You guys
about,
hearing it? I
nigga,
ain't hearing
you
it.
see being back, you see being back. Well, if the bitch so back,
this the part that I seen.
tell him to do the being 10. I double it for him. Fuck he talking about, do that bitch, man. Nigga, this your dance. Get in your groove, nigga, if you back.
This yo dance, getting your groove, nigga. If you back is crazy.
I wake up, all you hoe ass niggas tagging me.
That is crazy, bro. But yeah, bro, free that man JR, get well Ben 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying for the whole NBA, bro. I'm praying for Detroit. Cause this shit is nuts, bro. Niggas need to learn how to stay in their own situation, stay into what pays them, and stay in their gang politics, bro. If that nigga ain't got nothing to do with you, bro, he ain't hurt none of you. Your niggas ain't robbed none of you and your niggas, bro. Stay in your motherfucking place. Stay in your lane, cause that's how a lot of people get hurt for nothing. Casualties. You get what I'm saying? Art of war, bro. A lot of people who ain't got nothing to do with nothing get hurt and get injured, and unfortunately, it was Ben. You feel me? Cause he a high head. You feel me? What they say? I just seen a video. If you 25 and something like, so he a YN still, bro. Bro, gotta get it together. You know what I'm saying? You rocking for J.R. Prince, and J.R. Prince now with you in them hospitals. OG3 is, and allegedly, you feel me? I ain't even gonna say he ran. That's me capping because he didn't. You clearly see he left before. But either way, bro was, you know what I'm saying? Come, come on, bro.
Ain't talking about, nigga.